ways of my people are old. We work in the paddies. We live in the villages as we have for centuries past. Our cities teem with people, overcrowded, often underfed. Our needs are great, our problems mighty, our nation new. I would like you to know my people, my islands, with their jungle green mountains and rivers winding to the seas which surround us. I am Salim, a teacher. When there's no other place, our classes may even meet outside. There are not enough schools. My students, like most of the people, are of many different ancestries: Malay, Indian, Chinese, Melanesian, and mixtures of all of these. But we are all of us Indonesians now. I worry much about the future of our new country. As I leave school in the evening, walking along the shady streets, I often ponder our history and our problems. For over 300 years, we were ruled by the Netherlands. Nearly 80,000 Dutch people lived with us in houses like these. We were called then the Dutch East Indies. They built our cities as they would build a Dutch city, with canals lining the main streets. Dutch banks and trading firms managed our money and business, ran our railroads and communications. They took the wealth of the land, the raw materials, the tin ore, the rubber, the tea, and the oil which they wanted. We were their hands. They were our heads. But now it is different. Since World War II, we have achieved our freedom. We are the Republic of Indonesia. Our own president lives in the palace of the Dutch Governor-Generals. We fly our own flag, the merah putih, the red and the white. We are grateful to these people of the Netherlands. They left us much, but it is better that one nation does not rule another. I live in a kampong, which is one of the many villages hidden away within the city. Though the kampongs are still crowded, many have moved to homes formerly occupied by the Dutch. I have a daughter and a wife and many friends. We are all interested in the problems of our country. It is sometimes hard for us to agree among ourselves as to what should be done. Only recently, we have decided upon a common language. Most newspapers and books are now printed in the official Indonesian language, but many different tongues are spoken in our islands, and not all yet know the official language. Only 1 out of 3 of us can read and write in any language. We need schools and teachers, thousands more of them, for we know that every part of progress depends upon education. We need schools for adults too. Before independence, we had small opportunity to learn. Most important is the need for trade schools, so that we can learn the skills to produce for ourselves the things which we need. Now, nearly all manufactured goods are imported, and our economy does not produce enough to exchange for all the varied needs of our islands. Nearly 3,000 islands scattered across the equator between Southeast Asia and Australia. 80 million people, the 6th largest nation in the world. The larger islands are Sumatra, Java, Borneo, and Celebes. Although Java has only 7% of the total land area, nearly 3/4 of our people live here. Java is crowded. It consumes too much of the food, money, materials, and attention that should be more evenly distributed among all the islands. Our capital, Jakarta, is here. The thousands of becaks are the most common means of transportation in the city. Before World War II, Jakarta had only 500,000 people. Now, there are over 3 million. We still use the canals, or kalis as we call them, for bathing and washing clothes. The Chinese population of Jakarta is large, as it is in most cities of Southeast Asia. Competing political parties, including communists, hold frequent parades and demonstrations. Their banners litter our cities. This one protests what they say is American intervention in Asia. But Jakarta is not really Indonesia, for we are a nation of villages tucked away in the valleys and along our thousands of miles of coastline. The sea and the land and the rain provide nearly all the people of the countryside need in order to live. Over 3/4 of all Indonesians are farmers, like Murjono. Breakfast and other meals consist largely of rice, fish and spices. Our families are very close to one another, and often all of the members of a village are related. Murjono leaves for work in the fields, while Kartini spends her day at woman's work, shopping in the market for fruit, vegetables and cooking oil. Working at the loom, weaving cloth for the family. Nearly everything which is needed is made in the village. Little must be bought from the outside.